Hi everyone, welcome back to my crafty desk. My name is Sandra and I am super excited to be here crafting with you as usual. I'm going to continue making, we did that on a previous video, some tags and journal cards just from papers, some of my scrapbooking pads that I have on hand. I have a lot of paper and I'm just trying to get through it. I want to get more and I just need to move through my stack of stuff and see what am I using and what am I not using and why am I not using it if I'm not using it, and see what we can do so that I can use it or do something with it. So I wanted to continue making some tags and whatnots with journal cards and things like that. So this right here is my book that I just keep on hand for. I can just take this with me easily anywhere. I just grab my scraps and I just go. And then I just collage my scraps in here and I like it. I like the background paper if I didn't want to cover it, or if I did, I just like the colors, kind of the vintagey look to it. Anyways, but I know I'm going to be making a blue journal sometime in the future here. So I've been trying to focus on things, and I know this blue page, gosh, I collaged this well over a year ago. I thought I'd use that one to make some tags and cards because I know that's what I did this for. So we'll start with this one. I also pulled my the Mariposa stack, if I'm saying that right. This is, I've had this for a long time. It's, what is it? I'm not sure if this is it DCWV? I'm not really sure. Whatever it is, I bought this a long time ago. I went through it. This stack has, I've used it. I've gifted some of this paper away. But, and I do really like it. There's parts of it that it's not my favorite, so I need to go through it and see what can I pull from it and let the rest of it go. I need to make room. So I'm going to be doing that. And then on the previous video, I've been making all of this. I've just been kind of throwing everything in here, and I was using my edge punchers, my corner punchers a little bit, and just things like that. So let's get to this and start making some more fun stuff. Let me grab my cutter. Oop, my messy desk. I was already working. I thought I better turn this on. I mean, even though we've done a little bit of this, who doesn't want to see more? I like seeing it. I like doing it. So this is just a regular book page. I don't even know how big it is. Let's see. It's a little over, it's about 10.5 by 8. So now we know, got some measurements here. So 10.5 by 8. So I know that I'm going to go, I think I want tags, and if my tags, how long would I be? I don't know. Let's just go this way. Let's just wing it. I think I do better just winging it. So I'm gonna go, my tags, I think I would do, like, there would be either 3, 2.5 or 3. And I like that right there. So let's just cut that. That's gonna be a nice base. And then I like another one of those. I believe I do. I sure do. Okay. Ooh, that's going to be quite nice. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. And I think this one, maybe what I'll do is go ahead and turn it. And we said 10.5, right? So that would be 5 1/4 for half of that. Nope. So I must have done it the other way. All right. Wrong math. So if this is, how big is this? This is the 8, so it would be 4. Okay, well, it still works out. So we're gonna go here, and I think I'm gonna do just like little journal cards maybe with this one. I like that. Because then I have a nice little mix, you know, if I wanna put more than one thing in there. So this is gonna be a little bit on the larger or longer side, so I'm gonna cut this down. And I think I want it to be this way, and maybe we'll go like 5.5 for the tag. And then I have a cute little thing there that I can use. And honestly, I mean, I would just probably, I mean, I could do this right now, just round these corners, or I could even do I could do whatever I want. This would also make, if I wanted to cut it more, a nice base for an altered paper clip that I didn't have to cover all the way if I didn't want to, and it would still be a nice complement to the scrapbooking collage that I've done with the papers. So this I would just cut like this with my little, and if you don't have one of these, I didn't have one for a very long time, and if you want to get them even Steven, then let's see, we can do, well, as close as you can get it. So let's see, I think I would like to go this way. I want the green on the tag. So I'm gonna go, my hands, I purchased this one because I have a hard time, since I had a bone fusion, sometimes it's difficult for me to hold things specifically still. And so I found this to be, this is useful. I love this tool. I would buy this over and over and over again. So where's my scissors? That does help. Okay. So you can either just go decide where you want it and cut it, and then you would pick that piece up, flip it over, and hold it there and cut that. Or you can take a card, a tag that you already have. Doesn't matter what the size is. It could be wider and longer. It doesn't matter. As long you just, all you have to do is get those corners together like that and cut that side, and then pull the tag over to that side if it's already a straight one and cut that side. So I guess I will show you both. I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen it other places, but it's nice to see it if you haven't. So I'm going to cut that off, and and this way I can actually, with my scissors, when I'm doing it like this, I can decide what kind of a slant that I want. So I pulled it, that's the size I got. So if I want that one there, it should be matching over here. I just turn it over and match it to this side, right? Right. Gosh, I think it goes like that because my longer slant's on the bottom, not the top. Okay, there we go. There we go. See, I don't do it anymore, so I'm just not, am I doing that right? We'll see. We'll see, and then we'll go back to the punch, no matter what, because that's what I like. So see, I just have a hard time like holding it in. So if I don't have to do that, I don't want to. I only do that if I really want to get like a different angle on the cut, but honestly, I find that it doesn't bother me to have just this one. Now, if I find another punch, kind of like something like this, that's easy for my hand, that gives me a variation on those slants, I'm gonna get it, because why not? I mean, I do this a lot, so why not? Why not? Why not? And then I'm just gonna round my corners, and then there we go, we have a nice little tag. So then if I wanted to do a tag, I guess I don't have one ready, yeah? So these are just gonna be journal cards here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to leave my corners. I'm not gonna round anything because I don't know if it will be a pocket or a journal card. But I have it cut down to size, and it goes with this little selection here. And then the same thing with this. Actually, I can make a little tag here, and I can show you what I was talking about. So this is a different size, and maybe I want the same kind of a thing, actually, the same kind of a slant. So this is the one, it's over here. I want this big one that I just cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hold it, and you can see it's different sizes. Maybe if I do it like that, you can see it's different size tags. So I'm just going to push it to the edge like so. And then I'm just going to use this as a guide. And it probably is not going to be perfect for me no matter what I do like this, because it's just the way I am. And I have learned to, I don't know, 80% of the time embrace it. I don't really know what the real percentage is. But there you go. Then I have that. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to take that and push it to the edges and just kind of hold them still if I can. And go like so, and there we go, and there I have it. So you know, there's lots of ways to make it easy on yourself, and unless you don't like it easy on yourself, if you don't like it easy on yourself, do not do that. So I'm just gonna get my corners rounded. I find that to be easier when I'm later on when I'm doing stuff, kind of have an idea of what I'm going for here. So now this is gonna be going into that blue journal. So I'm going to just grab me a little blue paper clip here, and then, because I'm all about over organizing, and then I can throw that in my packet. I already know with the blue paper clip, my blue stuff's gonna go into my blue journal stuff that I'm saving up to eventually make, and hopefully it'll be this year. Just kidding. It will be. It will be. Okay, so now let me get into my Mariposa. So these are the pages that I still have left. I like this page, and I know that I could use these in journals. I have. Actually, the orange butterfly journal that was on the giveaway, the first giveaway, came out of this Mariposa pack, I believe. And so, but I'm not going to do this in a journal. I just don't think I will. So, but I thought, what a pretty journal card that would make, what a pretty tag that would make, and that's what I'm kind of looking at. And then I'm going to be left with this inside piece, which, I mean, hello, there's all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my papers and get them cut. I know that this is going to be a journal card. Where does that fall? Whoops. Let me go, if I go 5.5, I'm just going to clip that butterfly a tiny bit. So then I decide, do I want to clip the butterfly or do I want to clip this side? And so maybe I'll just go to a side a little bit bigger because it doesn't matter to me, and then I can decide later. Stick that there. And then I know I'm going to want the tags on this one. So, and what size tag? 3.5. I like that size. I mean, I like having a good variation on sizes. And then I have this strip right here, which I can do other stuff with. Actually, I can just make that into a tag. So this is a 12 by 12 pad. So I can do these, I can do long tags, you know what, 6 inches tall, or I can do, you know, 4-inch tall tags that, whoops, gosh, I'm so sorry. I got to quit slamming that thing. 4-inch tall. Maybe I'll do that for these ones. I'll go 4, 8, and 12. And then I will just take my, I know, aren't those cute with the little bottoms? So I'm going to leave that on the bottom. And then I can put, and it's going to be upside down on my tag, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Except these are the butterflies. So do I want that? Maybe I'll do this one this way. And if I decide to do the other one this way too, guess what? I sure can. All I have to do, I can leave a tag that has the all four corners cut. So, actually this one is right side up. Isn't that funny? So that's perfect. Perfectly imperfect, as usual. Okay, so I have those. I'm not going to worry about my corners right now. I'll do those later. You already know what I'm going to do. And I don't want to waste time just fiddling with the whole thing all the time. I am going to get the tops cut though, so I can see where those are at. There. And I got cute little cards right there. This one, so I think this one I would do a little taller tag. And so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this right in half. And like this. Now I have a wider tag. Isn't that cute? And then I'll just, you know, simply do my corners like so. And there we go. And then I will get that rounded later on. And wouldn't these be so cute? I mean, like, do a little bit of stitching on one side or all sides. It doesn't matter. Or none. Like, it's just, and they're nice. They're not too thin. They're not too thick. You can back them if you want to, but you don't need to. So you can really get a lot of use out of this paper. I really do like it. Really, really do. On the other video, I couldn't think of that other paper that I really like to use, the one that's thicker. Like I love Stamperia paper to make journals with, and it's the Blue Fern Studio paper. I'm sure somebody already knew that. I'm thinking somebody had to have known that's what I was thinking of. But Blue Fern Studio is so thick. Sometimes I have a little difficulty. But I do love the paper. It's thick. It is nice and heavy, and it withstands a lot. So isn't that a pretty journal card? So I'm just going to leave that like that because I don't know yet what I want to do. Actually, I do know. So liar, liar. I'm going to round the top edges, and I'm going to use my 10 millimeter on that because I honestly think this is going to be a pocket. So because of that, this is what I'm thinking. So when I do the pockets, I'll leave the bottom corners as corners and the top ones as the rounded edges, just for a smoother transition, in my opinion. So, and then I have this one right here, and I figure I'll do the same thing here. So how much paper do I have left? I have 8. So let's do 2 4-inches again here. Geez, I'm so sorry. I don't know why. One day I'll stop. One day I will stop slamming. And I like this also for, this honestly could make a nice fat tag. Sometimes I just want those wider tags. I think I'm just going to do that with this one. Is it going to be this one or this one? Is it going to be one or the other? See, they were supposed to be journal cards and now they're not. So maybe I can't decide, so I'm just going to leave them that way, and then I can decide later when I'm actually going to use them. That seems to make a lot more sense at this moment. Let's do this one. I want this butterfly for the blue journal, so I think. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to decide, what do I want? Do I want a tag or a journal card? I don't know, because I do like other elements on here, and I don't want to like you know, if I cut this way, I'm going to chop that bird in half, but like part of it in half is okay, right? Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to go this way. So let's see if I could do 6 inches this way. I'm going to chop that butterfly right there, which that one doesn't bother me so much. So what if I go 5.5? Test the waters here. Let's see, 5.5. Or if I want the butterfly all the way at the bottom, and then I can do it that way, and I'm just clipping the wing of that butterfly. I don't think that's going to be enough. So I'm going to go to 6, and I'm just going to do this. Just boom, done. Can't go back. So that's okay. And then I think I'm going to do, I would like the butterfly. So I think I want this butterfly here. So this is going to be at the 6 there. It's going to give me that. And then this piece right here, I'm going to go to 3.5. And if I don't like this piece of the butterfly that's still left on here, then all I have to do is put something on it. But it doesn't bother me. You see, like, it's beautiful. So I like that. And this is going to be probably a tag because that's what I have envisioned in my brain. So I'm going to leave the bottoms again, because this could also be in the tag shape, but it could be a tuck, you know? So I'm going to leave that like that. And then this one, isn't that cute? That's pretty. Very nice. But it's also too wide for anything, I feel like. Yep, it's already 6 inches. So now this right here, I feel like would be nice to add to another page that's like sticking in your journal. So like, for instance, I don't think I have anything handy, but I'll have to show you that later. But it's a, I can add this to another piece of page that's in there with washi tape, and it could be a flip out. And I don't even have to fold this if I don't want to, but I can if I do need to. I'll leave it that way. We'll come back to that later. Now, isn't that just pretty? That's just nice, just like that, with all those beautiful colors. And I'm just going to make that into a tall tag, just like that. There we have it. And let's get this one cut up. How do I want this? I think I want to, I love that bird. I think she's so beautiful. So, where's this at? So we got 6 inches there for that card, or that's 5.5 that way. Maybe I'll start with this side. I'm thinking, if I do this one, there's a 4-inch card right there, right? And I chop its head off. That's not a good plan. If I want to use the bird. Poor birdie. Poor little birdie. Okay, so a 5-inch one. Okay, I can work with that. Let's do that. 5 inches. And it's not really speaking to me here. I think these are just, like, I'm like trying to decide, like, who do I want? And I really wanted the bird. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice the butterflies and just get my bird. And we'll just go like this. I'm going to go at the 4-inch. There we go. And now I have this, and I can put some lace right here, a little bit of ruffle. I can round my quarters, or I can square them off. I can use this as a pocket. Oh, that'd be cute as a pocket. If it was on this page, and then the bird's looking over here at something cute. So cute. Okay. And then I just have this scrap. Now, I don't know what I would do with this, honestly. I mean, I could make it into a pocket, but then I'd be covering that and that, which is fine. I'm going to stick this with my blue journal stuff, and this one also with my blue journal stuff. Where's my blue paper clip? Maybe I'll just keep this out here, and then just put these back here on the back side so I see that it's blue. And I'll just put that over there to eventually be stacked upon. I'm just kidding. Kidding, not kidding, right? I don't know. We're gonna go 3.5, I think, on this one. Jeez Louise. Okay, and I think these are gonna be nice tags. They're nice, and they give me a good background, so. I seem to use the tags more than the journal cards. I mean, you can journal on the tags. It's nice to have the variation, I know, but you just, you know, I feel like for me, I just have to do what I know I'm gonna use the most of, because otherwise I end up with stacks of stuff that I'm not gonna use. I have it, it's pretty, I like it, but every time I go to get stuff for my journals, I just keep passing it. And I'm finding that with a lot of the stuff that I've made when I first started making journals, I really wasn't sure what my style was. So I just kind of followed along with lots of people, great artists on YouTube, and I'm so appreciative of them. But at the same time, I also learned that I might like how they're doing something, but maybe I don't like the full style of it, if that makes sense. So I like grungy, but I don't like over grungy personally to do or to ride in. It's just not something that speaks to me. So I wanted to also show you something. I think on this one right here, I made this tall skinny one. I just don't know if I'm gonna love that. So here's the other thing that I do is I just take my punches again, and then I'm just going to like, look at that. That's a nice pretty circle, isn't it? This is my 2-inch one, and the 2-inch one I love. What I don't love is that I bought this from, who is this? Who is the maker of this? I don't like this punch. No matter what I punch, it never punches the whole thing, ever. So I'm going to be looking for a new 2-inch punch because it is one that I like to use a lot. And when I have my Big Shot out, I'll definitely make lots of little circles, but I'm not gonna go get the Big Shot just to make 1 or 2 little circles. So, but look how cute that is. And then it's just a nice, you can use this, you can put like a little tag on this, you can put a brad in there, like, you know, here, let me just do one for you really quick here to show you. So it's so cute, something simple like this. I can take my 3-incher, or not my 3-incher, what am I talking about? My 3/16. Yeah, the 3/16, because that's what these are, 3/16. And then maybe I just want to put like a little thing in there. Whoops, I guess I gotta punch the hole first. So I'm gonna just guess at this and just punch a hole right there, and then pick one of these brads to put in there. Oops, I guess gold does not want to go in there. So and it jumped into this one. So I'm gonna take that as the hint. My brads, I let the brads do the choosing sometimes. Oh, yeah, and you know, and they were right. They were right. They picked the right color. Oh my goodness, boy, I'm a mess. Here we go. And then there. And now I have this cute little tag. I know that's pretty big for this one, and I have smaller ones, but I still like this. Now I can add rings in it. I can do whatever I want, and I can have this as a little dangle or a little clip. I can put another tag on this. I could put this on top of a tag. So, for instance, what if, you know, if I wanted this and I wanted to add another tag onto this, I can do the same thing here. Guess if I'm going to talk about it, I should do it, right? So let me just see if I can line this hole up, because I have a hard time getting in the middle. I know I can make a mark on it, but, you know, that takes the fun out of it. I'm just kidding. That takes the fun out of the guesswork. I won't go like that. Oh, see? I'm always off center, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's not really bothering me. Gotta roll with it. So, I mean, I can't take back that hole. If I really hated it, I could just trim off some of this and then match it up, but it's not really bothering me. So now I have these 2 little things, and I can now take dun, dun, dun. Well, we just kind of jumped around here, didn't we? And I can take a couple of these things. I've got some pliers here. Those are wire cutters. We don't want to use those. These I bought. I bought these on Amazon. These little rings. They're nice, and they're very heavy duty. So they're not as easy as these ones, but they work pretty good. I just wanted to get on here and show you some more things. I think I'm going to work out quite a bit on trying to use up my scrapbook paper. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. Otherwise, if we don't have any interest in it, then I'll move on to something different. But I know it's something that I am interested in and I really need to do. And it's just nice to get ideas. And sometimes some people have other ideas that we don't even think about or we just forget about. But it's nice to see. Especially when you have your paper pad, for me anyways, like I might not want to use it all up. Oh my gosh, maybe did I put my hole down too far? No, there we go. Another thing to take into consideration is how big your jump rings are, because if they're not big enough in the diameter, then you need to make sure that your hole is up closer. That is a mistake I have made. See how close I am to that? But now I could always trim this piece off even with that in there, get it a little bit more in there, but I think that's gonna work. So And then I'm just going to take maybe one of these little ones that are a little bit easier to play with. These are the real cheap ones. I think I got these at like the dollar store. So they bend really easy. And I'm just going to do this for ease today. So, and then I'll take this one and do the same thing. And you can link them up with as many links as you want, or however you want to do it. You do not have to do it exactly how I'm doing it, but there we go. There we go. So see, isn't that cute? Little flippy floppy taggy. So just wanted to share some more, just some more little tips and things on how to use our scrapbooking paper. And this is great for even your digi kits if you have those, especially if you're printing them, you know, like to make tags. If you're printing them on the cardstock or whatever you're printing them on, it's just a nice way to kind of still use up your stuff and enjoy it, because, you know, that's what we buy it for, is to enjoy, right? You just move these things out of the way. Oh, there we go. Get everybody in their right little package. So isn't that so cute? So, yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to throw that over here in this other basket, though, because I have a little plan for that. And then also another thing I like to do on these is with my leftover pieces, if I don't think I like them enough to save them or to use them, then I'll just take my punches here like this, and I will just go and find what do I like about this? Do I like that part? I do. Why not? That's cute, right? And we'll just punch a little tag out. And these are great doing exactly what I just did with that one. You can put the little holes up here, wherever you want, or you can just simply stick this in something. It's so cute, you know, just on its own. I think I'm going to do another one here, maybe. So I'll just go ahead and cut this off so I can get in there, see if I have enough leftover paper to do this with. No, it may be just barely getting in there. Yep. And look, another one. So I'm going to toss that. I have to let go of some stuff. So that is what I wanted to show you with that. Let me see if I have another paper here to work with. This one I really liked also in this paper pack. I've used this, and you can see I've made little pieces there. So what I like to do with this is, let me go and see. Actually, let me just, before I even cut it, let me just make a punch in it so we can see. I love my little kitty cat. So I bought this at Halloween time from Stampin' Up, but I mean, you can use this anytime. Like there's no rules on kitties, right? Kitties don't have rules. They make the rules. That's been my experience anyways. We haven't had a cat for a long time. I miss having a cat. Isn't it so cute? So, you know, like you can just put the kitty, you know, maybe it's just like sitting there watching the butterflies, like, I'm gonna get you. I'm just kidding. Isn't that so cute? I love that kitty. So I have that one. Whoops. And then, oh my gosh, and catastrophe happens again. Welcome to my crafty desk. Welcome to my mayhem. And then look at even a butterfly. Isn't that pretty? Watch this one. Just watch this one. Another Stampin' Up. There we go. Aren't they so cute? And then of course we have to make one of these because I just love these. I love this one too. This is this a ticket shape? I do love it. I wasn't sure that I would love it, but I do. I use it quite a bit. So look at all these pieces. Aren't those so cute? I'm going to throw this in my other little tub over here, which will have a purpose on a later video. So, and then I have all these background, or these what do you call the, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. It is the empty space, but that's not what it's called. It's called the negative. The negative. Look at all that negative space there with and a fun little glue piece. Isn't that great? I'm going to put that over here in my little basket as well. So that one I have, and I think that's it. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you also was this. I guess it's going to go a little bit longer than I thought. So when I get pages like this, like it's just so busy, and but I do like it. It's just that it's so busy, and it's in all these little bird cages are so pretty. And sometimes I have a hard time thinking, well, what am I going to cover up? How much am I going to cover up? So I have a hard time using it as a page. So again, I like to cut this into smaller pieces because they make great tags, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to go 3 inches on this one, just to give you a little show here. And then it doesn't matter. I don't care where it cuts off at. That gives me, now I feel like, okay, I have it cut from the paper pad. They've already started the cutoff. I've got the cutoff here. I don't feel so stressed out, I guess. It should not be stressful. So I just have to cut them down. So I'm going to go 6 inches and 6 inches because I feel like it's, even though it's gold and it's shiny, it's still very neutrally and in tone where I can use this. And for whatever reason, I did not know I love birds so much, but I seem to really like to put birds and butterflies everywhere. So, and that's okay. I mean, if that's what I'm loving, that's what I'm loving. I find it to be a lot easier to be creative if I do what I love. So, you know, like if somebody wanted me to make a journal for them, and but their colors are like something that I just don't love working with in those colors, then it's really hard, and I just end up hating the process of what I'm doing, and I don't want to do that. I want to be in love with my process. So I'm going to put those over there, and I'm going to put that over here, and then this is another page I wanted to talk about. So it's got like all these pieces, but they blend in, so like it's kind of collaged. So then this is kind of fun because I can decide, what do I want out of this? Like, I would like this for a journal card, but just because the gold edge goes all the way up here doesn't mean I have to use that whole thing, because I'd also like to use this. So I'm just going to make a decision and cut this where I want it, and we'll do it upside down because I have this awesome, I love this cutter because it gives me this little metal, or like a little line thing there that helps me to see, because I can't see. I have an older cutter and I cannot see exactly where it is. So I'm going to line it up with the edge of the part that looks more like a little square, like a little stamp kind of thing. And I'm going to go across there. I don't care about the rest of it. I've already picked out the parts that I really want to keep. So for now, I'm going to just go on the side of this. And I like this. So now I decide, wow, now that I have this cut out, I see a whole nother image. I think, wow, I really like this. Like, do I really want to separate this fully from this piece over here? Because this piece looks nice on its own, but this also looks nice together. Like, this is already a label here. I feel like that's already a label. I can put a word in there, you know. Let me find a single word that I have cut. Do I have one? Yep. Oh, see? And it's amazing. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So I can do anything like that. And I can put like a little ruffle up here or a little piece of fabric. I could do whatever I want. So I can even turn it sideways and make a tag if I wanted to be kooky about it. But I don't want to be kooky about it today. So I'm probably just going to leave that as is for now until I decide. And then I have this offcut piece right here. So, you know, what do I do with this? I have half a bird cage. I have this writing. It's not that big of a deal. How tall is it now? So it's going to be past the 6-inch mark, which is still fine for a journal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go this way. So the script goes this way, and then it would come down this way. Like when you're reading, it would go, and you're cutting it sideways, you'd go up and then down. Does that make sense? You can do it however you want. That's just a kind of a rule of thumb. And so I will do this. I actually learned that when I had my florist shop, and we would do the script on the ribbons to go inside of things. And sometimes it would be like, you know, like wife, mother. And so that's how you would read it, because that's the way that I naturally goes. It would go up this way and then down this way. So does that make sense? Let me know. So I kind of always kept that with, even when I'm doing stuff like that. So I feel like that looks normal because it goes, my eye naturally goes up. So where this, to me, whenever I look at it, if this was the way the tag went, I'd be, which is fine. I mean, it still looks good. It's just, I don't know, I'm overthinking it. So we've got those ones done. And I think that is about all. Like I said, I've been working on my paper, and I've got all these offcuts. Not offcuts, there are things like there's negatives, there's like pieces that I've cut out, there's all kinds of stuff in here. And this is going to be something fun in a later video. So keep an eye out. And with that, I will say have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done that already, and I really appreciate it. Bye, friends.